Okay, so we've made it to the end of March. It is the end of my challenge. And so on today's video, I'm going to catch you up on the week 4 results of me posting every single day this month. And I'll also catch you up on the overall results for the month. I'll end this video with a couple of key reflections, key things that I learned during this 1 month journey. Stay tuned. Greetings all, I'm Dr. Zatura Woodley. For those of you who don't know me, I am a retired community college administrator and former university professor who now owns a small business here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I help PhD or doctoral students move from ABD to PhD in 18 months or less. So, as you heard in the introduction, I took on a challenge for myself this month of posting every single day to YouTube, either a long form or a short form video. And today I'm going to go over my week 4 results as well as my overall results for the month. Now, I did this because historically, this YouTube channel has been a place for me to post lecture videos for the students in my classes. And now that I'm retired from full-time work at the university, I thought it would be good to separate out the teaching videos from the work that I do in my business. And so on this month, I took on a challenge for myself to start posting content that isn't necessarily university specific. Instead, it's content around my work with doctoral students. All right. So that is why I took on this challenge. Let's go ahead and look at the results from this past week. Okay, so I've been tracking 4 metrics during the course of the month. For posting, I have 2 of the metrics are in posting. The first is that I'm posting YouTube videos every single day, either long form or short form, except for Saturdays. Saturday is my Sabbath day, although I did learn a little trick about posting the content and having it released on Saturday at the end of the Sabbath day. And then that way I can take all of Saturday off and not have to work. So I'm posting both long form and short form videos. I also took on posting to the community page that we have on YouTube. For that, I wanted to build some community around a new Shopify store that I have. The name of my Shopify store is The Intentional Inkwell. Now, I also am tracking subscriber count as well as watch hours, both weekly and monthly, to see if there's any change in the metrics for those 2 variables, right? All right, for week 4, I was able to get 1 long form video out. Yes, I was tired. I didn't get any more out than that. But I was able to also push out short form videos, not just from the videos I've made over the last couple of weeks, but I've also been able to push out some short form content from other videos that have done well on the channel that people are watching at this point in the year or this point in the semester. And then as far as posting to the community page, I ended up having 9 posts this week, which kind of helps to make up for some of the other weeks where I had forgotten or was slacking off on that. And I was able to get 2 likes on the posts that I put up. Now, as far as the results around subscribers and watch time hours, this week I only gained 8 new subscribers, which is down from week 3. But my watch hours are up from week 3 by about 4 hours of watch time. I ended up getting 59.7 hours of watch time during week 4, which was really good. All right, so my monthly results by posting every single day, except there were a couple of Saturdays because of my Sabbath day. I don't work on that day. So there were a couple of Saturdays I missed, but overall, I ended up posting this month 10 long form videos. And then I was able to push out 22 short form videos. So a total of 32 videos this month, which was great. And then as far as posting is concerned, I told y'all I forgot sometimes that was one of the goals. But I was able to get 20 posts made on my community page. And from that, I was able to get 6 likes and comments on my videos, not any on the community pages. But at least I could see some engagement from the likes and posts that were there. Now, the monthly results for subscribers. This month I gained 46 subscribers, and my monthly watch hour time was 217 hours worth of watch time. Now, that's up from my February results as far as watch time is concerned, not so much from my February results as subscribers are concerned. So I didn't have as many subscribers in March as I did in February, but I did see an increase in watch time from doing all that I did for posting videos. For those of you who have been watching, you know that I opened the Intentional Inkwell. It's an online stationery shop. I might change how I'm presenting that from being a stationery shop, because I think it's more than just stationery that I'm selling in that shop. So anyway, I'll have my book up there for sale and a bunch of other stuff. But I've had 6 sales since I opened up on March 15th. So over the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 6 sales in the store. And I think that that is really great. I have to say I'm loving doing all of the stuff I'm doing with that store and with the new customers that I'm getting in there. So I was able to get that done even in the midst of focusing on daily posting content. For those of you that are interested in learning more about that shop, please feel free to go to theintentionalinkwell.com. That is where my shop is. Again, theintentionalinkwell.com. All right, so I always end these videos with reflections and observations from the week. Right now, I'm going to give you observations from doing this the whole month, because I think I produced quite a bit this month. So here is the number one thing, my number one takeaway is work on systems over sweat. So putting more systems in place to ensure that I'm able to meet the goal of getting content posted, but I really needed to find ways and put in place systems to have me be able to get it done. So the first system around video posting, I found that software Opus Clips. And I remember trying Opus Clips a few years ago when they were first coming out, and it just did not work. It was more work than it was support. But now I tried it and it actually worked really well for me. So I used Opus Clips because it allowed me to schedule posts. It took my long form content, broke it down into smaller chunks, and then pushed it out. So that was great. That was a good system to put in place. Also, scheduling daily and weekly releases for both the content I was putting on the community page as well as my videos, that really helped a lot. And then for the community posts, again, scheduling those posts in advance helped. That was a really good system, helped me be able to plan out content throughout the week. It also was good to post links back to the videos that I was putting up, because then people could follow that link to the videos, whether it was a short or long form, and see the content that was there. So the systems that I put in place this month in order to meet the goal helped. And when it came for content, I found that planning the content at the beginning of the month was so much better than winging it throughout the month. I winged it for most of the month about, okay, what am I going to put up? What should I be doing? And I think if I had put that content together at the beginning of the month, it would have been better. So for planning content, I would choose subjects and themes that are on brand for me at the beginning of the month. And I would definitely create more evergreen and current trends. I actually would lean in a little bit more, I think, on current trends than I did this month. So that's what I learned about content. And finally, I really liked posting links back to the videos on other platforms. So when you look at my analytics, part of the viewership, actually half of my viewership for my YouTube videos came from other platforms, Facebook in particular. So even though I post links to the content, or I post an announcement on Facebook that I have a new video up, even if I don't get much engagement around it there, I'm getting a lot of people leaving from Facebook to YouTube to watch. That's also true with my LinkedIn posts. So I would definitely continue to post on other platforms to lead people back to YouTube. And that is it for this month's video. Okay, this is the last video for the month. Tomorrow, April begins. That is Q2 in my business. It's Q2 in my business. I want to start turning some of my attention on planning and productivity and teaching some of the things I teach to my doctoral students. I want to be able to share that with you here on this platform as I continue to build out the intentional inkwell part of my business, as well as prepare for summer. Summer is a slower season in dissertation support services, like the ones that I do as a consultant. And so I'm going to be spending more time focusing on the stationary arm of my business as we move into the summer. So beginning tomorrow in April, a lot of the content on this channel will focus on that pivot, on that transition as I prepare for my summer work, which is coming up. All right, that's it for now. Listen, if you have questions about anything that I've covered in today's video, go ahead and leave those for me in the comments below. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks so much for watching and have a terrific week.